Welcome everyone to another episode of Silica Cast. Uh, Today we're gonna be watching Ninjaken, and hopefully we see a really great game. Ninjaken's actually playing Rek'sai, so I'm sorry guys, actually said Ninjaken. I said Ninjaken instead of Ninjaken. So sorry about that. So in that blue team, we're gonna be seeing Kiwi Lime on Rise. In the jungle, it's gonna be Ninjaken. On Rek'sai, in the mid lane, it's gonna be Kung Fu. On Yasuo, in the bottom lane, it's gonna be made up of Franklin Tran and Kurai Usagi. On Lucian and Janna. The red team top lane is going to be Monsoons on Sandra. In jungle, it's going to be X Requiem on Wukong. Mid lane, it's going to be Viper on, incidentally, Cassiopeia. That's pretty funny, actually. And then the bottom lane is going to be made up of Tonington on Blitzcrank and AC on Graves. Hopefully, we get a really great game coming out for them. Now, pretty standard buys coming out from both of the teams. Yeah, so going for that boots. Actually, it's just gonna help him just walk on, just have some a bit additional movement speed in that lane. He doesn't want to really get caught out by a Cassiopeia. The mobility is gonna be so key in that lane, and who is more mobile than a Yasuo? We did see red team going in for a bit of an invade, but after not catching anyone out, they're just going to walk away, making a nice pass, putting down a couple of wards. And the ward from blue team will spot them leaving the jungle, so there's not too much that Rek'sai Ninjaken's going to have to worry about. They're just going to end up helping Requiem take the Gromp. Kung Fu, he's already not taking too much damage. He's completely fine in that lane, but man, Viper is so good with predicting where the Yasuo is going to be ending up. Kurai just dodging out the rocket grab. Franklin Tran being really aggressive onto AC. The exhaust is on him. AC, no exhaust coming out from the Blitzcrank just yet. He's gonna have the pot to just heal himself back up. No summoner spells either getting used in that besides the exhaust from the Blitzcrank. There it is. Relentless Pursuit going in, beating the red team to level 2, being so aggressive, just trying to zone them out of the lane, and I think it may be successful. He is just sticking around for a little bit longer, trying to hit level 2, and he'll most likely be able to stay in that lane. But after that piercing light hit, it's going to be very, very risky. He does hit that level 2, but a Howling Gale would force the heal out of him. No, they're just trying to farm it up, put that minion wave underneath that tower. Another piercing light. It's gonna be so good. Janna with the ward, just trying to spot out a gank if it does end up coming out. Meanwhile, rock grab actually does land up onto the Janna. Relentless Pursuit being used as well. That's just gonna be the flash though from the Janna. Meanwhile, in that top lane, Rise putting Lissandra out. He wasn't able to get a kill, but pushing it against their tower is just going to keep his tower safe. He goes back, gets a couple of wards, and a Tear the Goddess. So as the game goes on, he's just going to be stacking that up, and his damage output's going to be really, really high. That was a great Relentless Pursuit. It wasn't able to stop the knockup coming out from Blitzcrank. We did see a gank come out from Ninjaken. Unfortunately, the flash does come out from Viper. In that top lane, we do see Wukong with the gank. First blood in the mid lane for the Yasuo, with Wukong picking a kill for himself. That top lane. A lot of pressure going around, and just two great ganks coming up from both the junglers. One forcing the flash out of Viper, and then with the continued aggression, forcing the exhaust from him as well. In that top lane, looks like Kiwi Lime did end up using his own flash. He wasn't able to put a kill onto Monsoons. So Monsoons, he does have a nice CS lead. He'll be going back, and he'll most likely get maybe some match resist if he's a little bit scared, but nope, he's actually just going to get a Fiendish Codex, so he feels that he'll be able to 1v1 Kiwi Lime once he hits level 6. And you know what, it's a great assumption too. The Frozen Tomb is just going to stop all of Rise's damage output. He really can't do anything without chaining those abilities. We do see Kung Fu. He's getting close to level 6 with the Viper still level 4. The aggression is onto her. Sweeping Blade is still available. He actually put it down on. He hasn't exactly used it on Viper just yet. We do see another gank in that top lane from Requiem. Dice Skull is there. Kiwi Lime, he may end up falling to this as well for another kill on to Monsoons. Not another kill, that's actually the first kill on to Monsoons. Good guy, jungler. Giving it up to his laner, put him even farther ahead in that lane. And without a teleport, it's just going to be a long, long walk to try and defend that tower. You do see Ardent Blaze being used onto the Graves. There goes the flash used by Tauntington, but it's not going to be enough to save him. There's the heal as well, but Ninjaken will have enough damage to secure that kill. Meanwhile, Kung Fu, he's level 6. He's looking for the ultimate. He does throw out the tornado, but it's not going to hit that knock-up. Now Kung Fu, he's being cut. There comes the roam from Monsoons, has his ultimate onto Ninjaken. He is going to end up falling down to Viper with the Twin Fangs. Kung Fu now roaming down to that bottom lane. Can't really stay in that mid lane anymore with 2 members there. He's just going to be going back for now. We do see Requiem on the side. He's just going to be taking Gromp. Doesn't look to be ganking that bottom lane anytime soon, despite it being pushed out. But with him being on that bottom side, it could mean he'll be headed there very soon. He'll most likely want to hit level 6 first for the additional CC. He does just put a ward down. Nope, he doesn't actually put a one down. Realizing that blue buff just spawned, he'll be headed over to that. Now, Yasuo, he does have a nice CS lead on top over. He does have a nice CS lead over the Cassiopeia. But with the one kill that Cassiopeia was able to pick up onto Ninjaken, she is going to be. She actually hasn't picked up too many offensive stats. She's gone back. She has Tear the Goddess, and she has a Cloth Iron. So she actually isn't that much stronger since the last time Kung Fu fought Viper. If the ultimate does land on to her, that could mean a death. The knockup is just going to be sidestepped. Kung Fu is trying to look for a kill. He definitely knows he can go for it. But can he actually go for it if Requiem is there as well? There's not a lot of vision. There is a pink ward in the bush, so they don't know that he's there. Ninjaken, meanwhile, also there as well. Here goes Requiem for the fight. Does have the Cyclone available. There's the stun, getting both of them up. Ninjaken also getting his own knockup to proc the Yasuo ultimate, but it's not going to be enough because it's going to result in a double kill for Viper. He is still at full health. The aggression was onto Requiem, but he had enough health to survive. Did see a roam come out from Janna, but it wasn't enough to save her team. She actually didn't do all too much, and that's actually going to be forcing Franklin Tren away. Do see Tauntington looking for something. Now in the mean top lane, Kiwi Lime trying to duel out Monsoons. The Claw is going to be going down, looking for that kill. He's low on mana. The Flash Icicle will be enough to get the kill. And that bottom lane, Rock Grab landing onto Rek'sai. And collateral damage to pick up his own kill. Culling is going to be used. He's just going to flash away from that. The heal is used as well. One more auto attack would secure his death, but AC is low enough that he doesn't want to go for it. Piercing Light, not going to hit. Ninjaken joining the fight. There's the flash and knock up for himself to secure that kill. Now Viper is trying to escape the wrath of Kung Fu. He won't be able to go for that kill just yet. He didn't have his Last Whisper available. Last Breath, not Last Whisper. Last Whisper is someone else. Last Whisper is an item. Ninjaken with a gank back in that mid lane along with Requiem. Kung Fu needs to be careful. If Requiem had gone onto him, it would have meant he would have died. Right now, Kung Fu, look for something. Can't exactly get that. We haven't looked at the items for quite a bit. Kung Fu has that Zeal, so he's going to go for that Static Shiv as his first item. Just get that extra crit chance. It's going to increase his damage output by quite a bit. Lucian has his own Avarice Blade as well as a pickaxe. We do see Monsoon going to get onto Kiwi Lime without any mana. It's going to be so hard pressed for him to actually duel out Lissandra, and he really can't. He's going to fall again in that top lane. Ninjaken does get caught out by X-Requiem. The Cyclone was onto him. Kung Fu dodging out the Cassiopeia ultimate with his dashes. But there's a great rocket grab by Tauntington to catch out Ninjaken for a kill on him as well. 3 kills going around onto the blue team, 1 in the top lane and 2 in that mid lane. Red team, they're going to be going for this dragon. Viper is still in that mid lane to try and take that tower down, but they won't be able to get it. Lissandra, meanwhile, will be able to take that top lane tower down. Red team, they're going to be able to take this dragon. Blue team, they're not going to be. They actually don't even know what's happening. They can't really do too much about it either. So with the kills that they managed to pick up and the dragon, Cassiopeia, she's working on the Zanya's Hourglass, so it's just going to completely nullify Kung Fu's ultimate. Then, Lissandra, she's finished that Merlinomicon. Rise, actually, he has a phase for some reason. That's not going to help him too much besides his auto attacks. And phase only builds into the Trinity Force, and it's a really strange build to go with. We'll have to see how it ends up working out for him. He is quite a bit behind, so the extra movement speed he'll get from the passive could help him survive. But as we just saw, it wasn't enough with Lissandra picking up another kill onto that Rise in that top lane. Meanwhile, both of those junglers do get the Trailblazer with Warrior enchantments. It's Requiem does have a boost of mobility over Ninjaken, but Ninjaken's not doing. Ninjaken's doing pretty well for himself. Requiem does get caught out by the Howling Gale and the Storm Spear. He does get slowed, and a knock up from Ninjaken is going to lock him down long enough for the damage to come out from Franklin, and that's going to be a kill for Ninjaken. He's just going to. He's have to wait for his burrow. He's actually been caught out. He was out in a really bad position. No flash available for him. He was definitely hoping that he could have survived long enough for the burrow to come back off a cooldown. But the teleport that came out from Lissandra was enough to just stop that idea. Now Monsoon used by Janna to knock them away. Franklintown had the exhaust onto him. He is getting very low on mana, so he can't really do too much. The burst that's going to be coming out from AC is more than enough to fear them. Rek'sai using the ultimate. He's actually just going to be jumping over to that blue. Again, Kiwi Lime trying to duel out Monsoon, but that's another kill in that top lane. The Rise is just getting bullied so hard by the Lissandra. There's nothing that they can do, and it's just going to be so difficult for them to actually transition this game into mid game. They'll have to deal with a 6-0-2 in Lissandra, and the more Rise sticks in that lane, the more fed she's going to get. At this point, Lissandra is not going to be getting all too much gold from Rise, but the pressure she's going to be drawing towards herself is just going to be huge. We do see Yasuo getting caught out by the red team. The kill will be going over to the Wukong. The culling was used by Franklin Tom, but here comes Wukong with the Nimbus Strike for a double knockup and a double kill onto Cassiopeia. Tauntington getting trying to catch out the Rise. He's gonna fall, but with Kiwi Lime getting a kill, that's going to reset his gold. If he heads back to that top lane and Lissandra picks up another kill, that's gonna be a full 300 gold for her. That's definitely something that they don't want. Monsoons is just going to be clearing out the tunnels in the jungle. Wukong and Cassiopeia will be in that mid lane. They'll be able to take down that tower. The rest of the team is just going to be going back. Cassiopeia still hasn't finished out the Zanya's Hourglass just yet, but when she's sitting on 2,800 gold, you know that's going to be coming out right now, and she'll definitely be able to pick up another item as well. We'll have to see what it ends up becoming. He actually finishes the Archangel's staff, so that's just going to try. This is just going to stack it a little bit faster and get the not the Archangels, I believe the Seraph's Embrace, that's what it's called. Monsoon's cashing out, Rise with the Frozen Tomb. He is just going to fall again, 300 gold over onto Lysandra. 3 members in that top lane, they're going to be pushing down onto that top lane tower. Graves and Cassiopeia haven't really made their way to that position just yet. Cassiopeia headed down that mid lane. Graves still in that base. He hasn't really picked up a full item yet. He actually no, that's a lot. I was looking at Lucian for a second right there. No, Graves has the Infinity Edge, so he is a lot stronger than the Lucian right now. Lucian hasn't really finished an item just yet. The rest of the red team, they're still pushing in to the enemy base. Kiwi Lime does get caught out by Monsoons and Cassiopeia. He hasn't fallen just yet. Exhaust was onto him, but the addition of Graves is going to help him get the kill. Now Kurai Usagi is going to be caught out with the rocket grab. 5 members in that mid lane. They're going to be pushing down in that. They're going to be pushing down that inhibitor tower, and now they're going to take down the inhibitor as well, with only Ninjaken and Franklin Tran to defend the base. There's not a lot of super minions just yet, but with a minion wave from the top and mid lane, it should be enough for them to push down these Nexus towers. The first one is going to fall fairly quickly, and it just seems as though blue team has given up the fight. They were down so much, and they realized that they can't win at this point. The second Nexus tower is going to fall along with the Nexus. This is just a complete stomp by the red team, and in that top lane, Monsoons was so good along with Viper in that mid lane. There's so much pressure going down onto him, and the fact that he survived while also getting that fed is just completely amazing. Great game from both of these teams. Unfortunately, for blue team, they just weren't able to bring it. So, unfortunately, this was a fairly short game. So what I'm going to do is, for tomorrow's, well, I actually recorded this on Saturday, but this is actually meant for Sunday. So what I'll do is, for Monday's cast, I'll try and find an extra long game, probably about like 50 minutes to an hour. It'll be pretty difficult, but I'll be sure to actually find one. But I will make it up somehow because of this extremely short game. It's only like 18 minutes. So I know there wasn't really all too much action going around, not really too much hype, but I hope you enjoyed the casting. If you did, like, subscribe, and follow me on YouTube, Twitter, and Facebook. And like I said, I'll be sure to make it up to you guys on another cast. See ya.